I found that like you warm my heart, like Chelsea, bro.
You warm my heart, yeah. Napshot Studio, Arsenal 1, Chelsea 2. I have one Arsenal fan here with me and one Chelsea fan, Daniel and Darren. Let's start off with Daniel. You're an Arsenal fan. We were playing at home. Give me all your thoughts about how the game went. Let's start with how we went in the first half.
First half, we were absolutely dominant, all right? We played how Pep was like playing, since we were under Arteta, he was under Man City, so, we played proper possession, proper pushing, all the defenders were playing a high line, that was the real Arsenal we wanted to see. But then came second half, Lacazette started to become tired, and then we were robbed. That's it.
Okay, what do you think? Where do you think it all went wrong for us?
Okay, firstly, Jorginho should have went off. That was pure contact. That was a pull on the shirt. That was a stop on the, counter attack. Should have went off.
Yeah. We'll get on to whether you agree with that later. But I mean, okay, obviously, very damaging result. What do you think we need to work on for the United game coming next weekend?
I think we should just sub off Lacazette, really, because I don't think he's going forward as much as last time. Because it's, as you can see, it's only Saka and and the late game, Maitland-Niles, Pepe just running forward. Whereas Lacazette is expecting a pass back into the box. He's not running forward. Yeah. So how expect to score goals if you're not contributing to the play? You know what I mean?
Who do you think, on the Arsenal side at least, who do you think stood out for you? Like, give me like two guys who really stood out and who you probably feel like deserved, that they contributed a lot to how we played and should have allowed us to win. Who do you think stood out for you?
Surprisingly, it was David Luiz and.
Thanks for that, by the way. David Luiz. Yeah.
I'd say Aubameyang really. Yeah. He's.
Both great.
Yes. From being a striker, then plays left mid, being able to run up and down since we don't have a natural left back, being Saka playing as left. The way he's playing is being actually, good work rate. Yeah. He's able to go back and tackle and then run back forward on the counter. It's for the whole 90 minutes as well. That's something that it's good to see. Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's the Arsenal point of view. You must be very happy.
Yes, I am.
Okay, tell me what went wrong in the first half.
Okay, so for the first half, we started off with the 5 at the back formation. Yeah. So with Emerson playing left back. So since the start, as a Chelsea fan, like I didn't really feel that Emerson was suited to play the left wing back role. Okay. Like Marcus Alonso, even though how shit of a player he is, and he's like mocked for being a very bad player, but
prefer him?
Yeah, as a wing back, Marcus Alonso would be a better wing back. But as Emerson, like he's very defensive, and the only thing like what I've seen, he can dribble. So when they changed to 4 at the back, right, with Tomori at right back, actually I was quite scared also, cause Tomori like
you haven't seen that very often.
Yeah. Tomori not really a right back, but he's very very fast. And the Lamptey guy, I also had never seen him before.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah, same.
I don't think you have either.
Yeah, not even as a Chelsea fan. But like coming from the youth academy, I think he did well. Like he was pretty fast on the ball, and like for the first ball he played to Abraham was pretty nice. Talking about Abraham, like in the second half he just came alive.
He did. He looked very sharp.
Like second half he came alive and like he was making good runs. Like and Willian also. His stamina is damn good, so he can run like the whole game. Then for the last attack for Abraham's goal, he outpaced Saka, even though Saka is like mad fast. And then Abraham and cross it over to Abraham. Then I found that like you warm my heart, like Chelsea, bro.
You warm my heart, yeah. Okay, now on to the important thing, the Jorginho incident. Do you think he should have been sent off? And be objective about this. Sure. Do you think he should have been sent off?
So, personally, as a Chelsea fan, I would say no, he shouldn't be sent off. Yeah. Because like...
But objectively?
Yeah, objectively, if there was like, let's say... let's say Guendouzi put on.
Then of course,
then I was gonna send him off.
Okay, would you say that maybe it's because he was already on a yellow card? We know when referees,
if sometimes they scared, like
exactly,
like young one, then maybe not much experience.
Okay, just to cut it to the end. Frank Lampard, how do you feel about him? Because we've seen, everybody knows that Chelsea, they've had really up and down results. Beating Spurs and then beating Arsenal, but losing to Southampton. Yeah. So, obviously to everybody else, it's a surprise. But what do you feel about Frank Lampard? Your honest thoughts, and do you think that are you happy with how he's doing?
So far, as a development, right at the start of the season, we lose 4-0 to Man U. Yeah. Then, like I felt.
It wasn't 4-0 in the game though.
It wasn't like we dominated like the first half. Then end up lose. But then. Like as Lampard slowly progress, I think he can get more confident. That's why he can sub off player at like 30 minutes to suit the game.
That was surprising. That really was surprising. Yeah.
Then really like I feel him like when, you know, at the end of the game, then they all like hard out with the boys. Then it felt like he's part of he's part of the Chelsea, like I mean he is part of the Chelsea family, but like it's like very heartwarming to see all of them together.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's the Chelsea manager's point of view. I forgot to ask you. Now Arteta's in. Would you say that in the first half we saw glimpses of Guardiola type of football, right? And we've seen all the things that Arteta has said in the press conferences and everything. Would you say that you are happy with his appointment, and are you optimistic about it despite of the result today? Because I think without this result, going into this game, we were optimistic about it because we saw the things that he said, the ideas that he wanted to implement. How do you feel about it? And are you gonna support his appointment? And how do you feel about it?
I mean, it's just the first game or second game really, but
are they good signs?
I mean, there are good signs. I mean, it's a bit too early to say, but I think it might be an upgrade from Emery. But
too early to say, but
it's too early to say.
There are signs as to show that we are playing. We look more confident. It's just that, like you said earlier on, the stamina, the fitness, is getting to us. But you know what? Overall, do you think this is something we should let us do you think this is something that we should let derail our entire season? Because obviously we have a very busy fixture list coming up now. We got United coming up. How do you think the boys are gonna move on from this, and what do you think we need to do?
I don't think it's more of a managerial point of view. It's more of how the players' morale are feeling like. Because being one of the biggest London clubs and yet being in 12th place, I think. But
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. So I don't think the players are feeling that well. I mean, the next match against Man United,
we have to win it.
I mean, we have to win it to get back to the top half.
Yeah.
I mean, and Arteta's another one. I mean, he shouldn't just let Pepe come in the last minute like every time.
Yeah. Should have
came earlier.
Yeah.
And I think what he should have done is just follow a bit of Lampard. Just bring a few more academy players like Martinelli. I mean, John just on the bench. He could have replaced Lacazette. I mean, Ozil was fine, Ozil was outstanding.
Yeah.
After being not played by Emery, and then it was surprising. As well as injury crisis, our back four, our defense. So there's something Arteta need to work on. Maybe try a 3 at the back next time, not 4, because we don't have any more centre backs.
So I mean, okay, we've said quite a bit, and I think we can obviously all agree on who is probably the happier fan out of the three of us here. So obviously, Chelsea fans are going to be happy with this result. I think Arsenal fans, it's disappointing, it hurts, but the signs are really good. And honestly, this first half was one of the best first halves we had in a very, very long time. But you know what? 2-1 to Chelsea, we have to give them credit where it's due. They played outstandingly well in the second half. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And we move on.